Everywhere GBS.
The following program has been rated GE by the Kenya Film Classification Board. It is therefore suitable for general family viewing.
Hello viewer, welcome to Chungu cha Jamii. Good morning. My name is Betty Akuku. I'm your host for today. We're going to be discussing a very interesting topic. Our SMS line is 21144. Please be part of this conversation. You could also get us on YouTube Live. Our channel is GBS Kenya. I have wonderful ladies and a gentleman on studio, and we're going to take through this conversation, and I wish that you join us. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Please introduce yourselves. I will start with the lady on my right.
Thank you very much, Betty. Good morning, viewers. My name is Monica Maina. I am the CEO of the chapter. I'm also a transformational coach and a counselor.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Hi viewers, my name is Faith Mwangi. I'm also an entrepreneur, a CEO at Royal Point Enterprises. I'm a wife and a mother. Thank you.
Wow, welcome.
Hi viewers, I'm Isaiah, I'm Isa, I'm Jonah.
Welcome, ladies, your mothers, I guess. Isaiah, are you married?
I'm still single, and my marriage will be 2023.
Whenever it may be sooner. So today we're talking about wife material. When I think about wife material, I'm so puzzled at why we would even be here discussing about this. And the reason is, when you talk about a wife, there are expectations that people have, specific expectations of how a wife should be, the homemaker, you know. So I do not know whether you guys have been the wives that your husbands expected, the wives that society also upholds. Faith, I will begin with you.
Well, being a wife and a mother is quite a task. I believe that you can work it out, and especially what society expects nowadays and what society expected in the past is quite, because in the past the wife used to stay at home, tend the home, the children and everything, and probably cook what the husband has brought home. But now the wife is expected to go out there as much as the man is going to look for the food to bring on the table. You also expect to do the same. So being out there and being in the house is not an easy task. But I believe that if you put your heart to it, you can always be what you want to be.
Nice.
As a wife.
Monica, what's your view?
My view is that being a wife and a mother in today's society is it goes beyond just being a woman.
It goes beyond being a woman.
Yeah.
Because it's a woman who becomes a wife.
Yeah, it goes beyond being a woman in this essence that you need to venture into marriage as a holistic individual.
Okay.
You might very much know how to cook and clean and all that, but who are you inside? That is the view that I have for a wife and a mother. The person that you are inside is the person that you bring out outside.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is my view for a wife and a mother.
Okay.
Yeah.
Isaiah, you're looking forward to marrying someday. I would like to hear, what kind of a wife are you aspiring to make yours?
First of all, a wife should know how to take care of the family. And if you say what character should look in a wife, one, she should be God-fearing.
Okay.
And the other one is that she should respect me as the head of the house.
Okay.
So kama hakuna respect kwa nyumba, mimi nakuchomoa tu.
Oh.
Yeah.
So the wife must respect you.
Yeah.
Is it mandatory that the wife respects the husband?
Yes.
It is.
I will say yes, because
yes, in this case I would like to hear what respect is, because There are men who actually think that respect is when you come into the house, they remove your shoes and socks and bow to you and take off your coats and even bats you. So what is respect? What is your version and definition of respect?
Okay, my version is she should obey whatever I say.
Whatever you say.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I say we have to do this, and I find her idea is more better than mine, we can also discuss.
Okay.
But if mine is the best, she has to obey.
Okay, I wonder how you know that yours is best or hers. Faith.
Well,
the wife today should respect her husband. I really like what you said, that in the olden days, in the past previous society, the women were expected to stay home and wait to cook what the man has brought. But today, that is not so, right?
Yes.
So today, the man and the woman both go out to source for income and both bring food. And then when you have both brought, the wife cooks and still takes care and respects.
Well, I think it is mandatory from time immemorial, even in the Bible days. Even God commanded that the wife must be submissive to the husband.
Yes.
And submission comes with respect. But in this sense, I don't think it should be that kind of respect that you fear the guy, that everything he says is law. In today's society, I believe even if I don't agree with your ideas, I can front my idea. Then we can discuss the both of us and agree on something. But also, the way I float my idea to you should be respectful.
Should be respectful.
Yes. I think that's what he meant by saying the woman has to respect me, but if she has a better idea, we can agree. So yes, we must respect our husbands. And sometimes they might have ideas that are not so so good. We actually might have better ideas, but how do you put it across?
That's very important.
Because they have a very, well, it is natural that men have a very sensitive ego, should I call it?
Yes.
So it is very easily bruised, so how you put it across is all that matters.
Okay.
Yes.
Monica, thinking about wife material, I wonder how you, if you have any daughters or sisters, how you bring them up to be the wives that will be appreciated in society by their husbands and not just by their bosses and where they work, but by their husbands. People say today we have very good women, like you as CEOs, who can work and do things really well, but back in their homes, they're not wives. You know, what Faith is saying that today you have to both step out and go looking has brought sort of a competition, you know, that you have gone out to source, I also went out to source, and so we have brought in the same, or I have brought in more. How do I then serve you? How do I respect you? How do I still come back and cook for you? Is it still the responsibility of a wife to cook and do laundry and do all other works in the house with their careers today?
I believe so.
There are things that don't change. There are universal rules, rules in quotes, but yeah, the Bible gives us guidelines. And according to the Bible, I'm a Christian, so I'll talk about the Bible. I believe that a woman is supposed to nurture.
Yes.
That is her role. Is supposed to be a comforter and a helper.
And that could be a mother.
Yeah. That woman that now is coming now to become a wife. On the flip side, the man is supposed to be a protector, and he's supposed to be a provider, and he's supposed to profess his love to his people.
Yes.
So those are fundamentals. And these are the things, career and all that, and money and opportunities, they come after that. For example, if today, being the CEO that I am, I am the CEO not in my house. I'm the CEO at my place of work.
Is that a reality?
Yes, it is a reality for me, I would say, and it is what is supposed to be.
It is what it's supposed to be.
Yes.
Is that the case in the many women's lives outside there that you have observed? And not just women or mothers, but wives. Is that the case?
Unfortunately, I'll go back to what I started with. I said, it is, you have to be a holistic individual.
Yes.
When you, what we are seeing right now, the current generation, we come from broken homes, and we don't have role models anymore. We don't even rely on the Bible that can help us to get back on track. We no longer go to a grandmother to tell us what to do and what not to do.
Is it because we already know too much, or we are exposed to too much of the digital world? How come we do not have a support system being reared to become wives? Because nowadays, a girl grows up, they have gone to school all their life, and now they are 21 graduating, and the next thing you hear 1 or 2 years later is there's a wedding, and no one has taken time to groom this girl. They have forgotten about their grandmothers, and so, I mean, have gone to school, and all that people expect of me is the educated girl. When people are asking, where is she coming from? You know, they're only interested in my tribe. They're only interested in what I do, what I studied. Yes, how many degrees, in what, you know. Yes, where do I live? If I have a medicine degree, the better for them, because I'm going to earn more shillings, you know. But no one is interested in how I am going to live with their son. I don't know if this concerns you, but it does concern me a lot. And that is why I have this young man here, and I'm just wondering, are you actually seeing our society today? Where are you going to get a wife?
Our society is changing.
It's changing.
Yeah, and you know, this 21st century, whereby you find you marry who you want.
Okay.
So there's no guidance from your parents, and the traditional form of who should marry who is not there. So you find that most of the girls or the men go after money.
After money.
You know, if you have money, you are good to go.
Okay.
And no one can date a broke guy. And I also can't marry a broke woman.
Oh, even you can't marry a broke woman. Why? You're the one who is supposed to protect. You're the one who is supposed to provide. Yeah. Why don't you want a broke woman?
An example.
Yes.
I work, she works. You see, there's a conflict.
Yes.
I buy a Range Rover, she buys us.
Oh, she buys.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you buy for her.
No. You find that if you buy this, she has money, she'll buy hers. So you don't drive her.
She will drive herself.
Yeah.
Or someone else will drive her.
Exactly.
So how is that a marriage? Is that the kind of wife you're looking for?
That's why where I'm coming to.
Yes.
Since the traditional form of marriage is lost, so you can't have a wife. If you want a real wife, you have to go back to Ushago. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You have to go back.
Back to Ushago.
I agree with you, yes.
Where you find they are being taught the manners on how to live in a house.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
they know how to wash. They do laundry with their hands.
Yeah.
Because if they have money, you as a man, you want the woman to wash your shirts, you know, and iron them.
You have
you
to
want her
she
to
has
cook.
to work.
Yes.
If you can't work, what is she doing in your house?
Then it's better you get a house help.
Exactly, not a wife.
Why do you need a wife?
If you get a house help,
Yes.
it should be a conflict. Because your wife will now see you're more interested in your house
Because
help.
she's doing
everything
for you.
She's cooking, she's washing your clothes. Your wife is just there seated.
But your wife is managing. Your wife is managing.
Unapatanga your wife. Shida tena wewe slay queen wa squeeze. Ataka hapa afanye hivi. Unaona? So but if you go you marry
and her nails are
and you see my nails, I can
very long stick-ons. So what should she do? Because if you also get the woman from the village, are you sure you're going to be comfortable to walk with her beside you, telling all your buddies, hi guys, this is my newly married babe? Is that what they're going to do?
You teach her. You're her husband.
You teach her what? You take her to the salon to have the stick-ons.
No, you teach her manners in town. Alafu umwachilia aende sana. So you have to give her kisako fulani asikuwa anatoka nje.
So you will be a husband, you will be a role model, you will be a teacher, you'll be, I don't know.
Everything for her.
Everything for her.
Yeah.
Are you ready to do that?
Yeah.
Are the men to be ready to do that?
Is it even sustainable?
Is it sustainable? Yes. Is it sustainable?
Not going to be there the whole day.
How long can we do that?
If she can be able to learn very fast, you can do it very fast.
And if she's not?
If she's not, you have to learn her behaviors, her character. Then if you see that she's going to learn very fast, you have to, if you really, really love the girl.
You know, men are so egocentric that you would want to sit next to a woman whom you are so much comfortable with to introduce to your friends. When she brings a glass of water, you want everything classy. You want your buddies to look at her nails and say, yes, you know how to choose. You know?
She belongs to you. She doesn't belong to the community or your friends.
Okay, that's a very different perspective. I want to believe that wives, the likes of Akina, my mother, are still alive and available to be married. And they're not just in my mother's age. Faith, what do you think? Do you think we still have wives? And talking about wives, I mean the wife who is the wife like your mother.
What I'd like to think is, rather what I think is, yes, we do have them.
We do.
We do have
Where
them.
are they?
We do have them, but remember, for something good to blossom, the environment has to be right. Are the men ready to be this husband who the Bible says, if the Bible says women or wives respect your husbands and obey them, submit to them, it also says men, love your wives.
Yes.
Be their source of strength and all that, yeah?
They are a weaker vessel.
Exactly. So if you are a husband, you expect your wife to be this glorious woman.
I know.
Are you giving her what is required for her to be that? You know? Because, of course, the society expects you to be the superwoman.
Yes.
Your kids are well dressed, you're taking them to good schools, you're cooking great meals, and all that.
Is that the wife's responsibility or the man's? To ensure that super meals are at home and people are going to good schools and dressing in good clothes.
Here is what I think. The husband will provide, all right?
Yes.
But you have to have the capacity to transform that, whatever he has brought, to a good meal.
Yes.
Yeah?
Exactly.
So you have to know you have to have the know-how. You have to be interested. Are their meals balanced?
Yes.
Are their meals balanced?
Yes.
Are their clothes clean the way they should be?
Yes,
Are
that is
they
the wife's
acceptable?
responsibility.
Exactly. That's the wife's responsibility.
Yes.
So also, does the husband appreciate what the wife does? Because what we see in today's society is wives don't care anymore. Because even if they do those things, nobody seems to appreciate.
Are we supposed to be appreciated for us to do them the way we're supposed to do, Monica?
Yes.
We're supposed to be appreciated.
That is how we
I
are
want
wired.
to get your opinion on this. 21144. Really?
That is how we are wired.
Be appreciated to
Yes.
do what we are supposed to do.
Yes.
Like if I'm supposed to do a good meal, I do today. If you don't say, honey, it was really delicious, tomorrow I do my own stuff.
Yeah.
I cook mashakura.
It happens.
Hey.
It happens a lot because that is how a woman has been wired.
Oh, really?
She dwells on what she hears. A lot.
So that
A man dwells
why-
on what he sees.
So,
But a man has,
our marriages today,
Yeah.
as distorted as they are, because the men are not appreciating us.
I will say it is they contribute highly.
Agree.
Yeah.
Yes. What do you think should be?
You have to know what your husband likes. So if you know what your husband likes, he doesn't have to say it's good, because you already know he likes this. So give him the best that he likes. Yeah.
I think so. Is it even sustainable for the man to continuously every day? I mean, so some men overlook so many things. Once there's food, the house is clean. Some people don't even care if the house is clean or not. So, I mean, they have come home, they have eaten, the children are washed, they are clean, and that's okay. So does he like have to check your journal and say, ah, you did this, good, you did this, very nice, you did this, perfect, amazing, wonderful. That's what he needs to do?
No.
Okay, what do you
Actually,
mean?
there are more ways of communicating than verbal.
Okay.
There is something called body language. You can go out of your way and create, make an awesome, magnificent meal. Somebody comes and...
Looks at it.
yes, and does not even look at it a second time. And decide, probably they went out with the boys and had nyama choma and all. So they, there's... You can say, wow, what a meal, but nimeshiba, I can have it tomorrow. They'll just be like, you wouldn't have made anything better than this.
Well, husbands, you're
Example.
unfair. If that's what you do, I think you are so unfair.
Yeah.
And if that's the kind of husband you're planning to be, Isaiah, I think that is so unfair. Just learn it from now. The women, the wives, don't like it. They don't like it.
It's okay, I agree.
Uh-huh.
But if you make a timetable for your wife, she will just follow the timetable. You see, in case you change the timetable, she'll just follow the timetable. But if it's from a...
But that's
own
being so
decision-
selfish.
No.
But you're the one who makes the menu, so the things that you like are the ones that your wife cooks.
No, that's...
Seriously?
I'm saying, you don't have to make a timetable for your wife
Uh-huh.
in order to prepare you. Let her prepare your best. You see?
You know, one thing that I think is if you have a wife who really knows your heart, you will always have a conversation. And though you plan what you want to make, you can actually go out of your way and say, okay, I really don't want to ask, but I will go out of myself and ask, like, honey, what would you like to have for dinner? And I will make it anyhow, whether I will enjoy it or not. But if he enjoys it, I think that is a good wife. I think that is a good wife.
Yeah.
Would you like such kind of a wife?
I will agree.
You know? So there are these kinds of wives, Monica.
I tend to disagree with what he says.
Oh, really? Why?
Because I don't think if you're in the middle of the meeting someplace, you are busy, and I'm calling you, honey, what would you like to have for dinner? You're like, woman, I left you everything in the house, and you're asking me that?
In a meeting, we talk later.
Really? No,
Yeah.
I don't think.
Do you have to do it when they're in a meeting?
No,
you
no.
have to do it when
You
you're in a
see,
meeting.
normally
Because
he's
if you
away.
guys were together, yes?
He's away, you're at home. You want to make this meal, and you decide it is time. I ask this guy what he wants to have for dinner. Occasionally, I'm sure he will appreciate.
Yes.
But if I keep calling, he will wonder, how do you even plan yourself?
Do you don't have to keep calling? Do you really have to keep calling?
Or if you keep asking, when you ask,
Yeah.
if you keep asking, he will wonder, why do you want to delegate your duties to him? I
Because
think choosing meals,
meal planning is a
It's a woman's role.
yes, it is
It is a woman's role.
yeah.
Yes.
He wants what to be. He wants to be
His
cooked.
desire. Do you want to cook?
You want to
You know,
serve
this is
him.
why the
Yeah.
wives today, this is why the men today also are like, hey, women, wives, tell me another, not a wife, you know? Why? Because wives are coming in, just by virtue that they have their own money, they can take care of a lot of things economically by themselves, so they think the man can stay. So I want to cook what I want to cook. He likes it, he doesn't like it, it's his own business. If he wants to eat, he has cash, he can sort himself out. Is that fair?
It's not fair.
Yeah,
And this
so
is
what are
where
you supposed to do?
he mentioned something like making a timetable, like a meal program for the week. It could work also, but not one person to sit down and coordinate. Maybe the both of you sit down and decide on Mondays you can be having this, Tuesdays
Yes.
you come to an agreement, a consensus. So
And you don't make it a law.
yes, it's not a
You
law.
can
Sometimes you can break
adjust.
away, yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes you can find an interesting menu, you want to try it out. You
And
know,
sometimes
just
you don't even
spice up
have
things.
you don't even have the recipe. You don't even
Exactly.
have those things. So you actually want to adjust.
Yeah.
Or you just want to make this man have a different day and like, today we are gonna have cabbage and potatoes and rice. How about we change? I just wanted to make you have a good day or a good evening. How about we change? Anything wrong with that?
No,
Maybe
that's
in the
just-
middle of a meeting, this guy will be like,
Yeah.
wow, she is thinking about me. I will step out and give her a call, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. But now these kinds of wives who have sticons up to here and they cannot do laundry, you know, in this society, I'm sorry to say, but we have dishwashers, we have laundry machines, we have vacuum cleaners, and everything literally is being done by the machine. Are you comfortable with the kind of wives who come to ask you for all these things for them to be your beloved?
I will say I'm not comfortable. First,
just in the clothes.
no, you have the machine. You just take your clothes, and the machine does everything.
So did you need a wife just to wash your clothes?
No, if she can do without the machine, and she can show me that she can do better without the machine.
So
she
this
will be a
is,
wife.
she has to do with the hands.
Yeah, I have to see.
Because I agree with him slightly. When you go to the village, when you go to a country, you do not have electricity. I mean, you cannot do with a dishwasher. Do you, even if you have electricity, do you carry all your house equipment to the village and then come back with them because your wife cannot wash?
No, I think...
So when you go for holiday, and plus, economical status do change, my dear friends. They do change. So when your economical status are such that you're not able to pay to buy electricity tokens, you know, do you still insist? When you're not able to pay your water bills comfortably, do you still insist that you must use the laundry machine that takes too much water?
Not at all.
Yes, so what do? You cannot pay a house help. What do you do in that case? I think the woman should be able to wash. This is a wife material.
I agree with you. But again, I'll go back to saying that wife material goes beyond cleaning.
Beyond cleaning?
Yes.
Yes.
She goes beyond cleaning and cooking and all that.
Clothes enough for 2 weeks. You come back and launder them back in the city.
Well, what I will say is, if you know very well that this is your responsibility, understand that this is your responsibility. Your responsibility doesn't hurt you when you want to work towards it. It doesn't feel like you're being punished when you are carrying out your responsibility.
So you should comfortably be able to do it. Okay.
If you don't know how to do it,
delegate
to someone else.
Okay.
If you don't know, or if you cannot be able to delegate, then ask that husband of yours to help you to get to know how to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, because we've been brought up in different setups.
So when a man is looking for a wife, what are the steps that they need to check? Assume today you have sons, right? You're not just mothers of daughters, but you are mothers of sons. So your son has gotten to the age where they have started bringing girls, you know. What is it you're looking at or from in those girls? What are you checking, sincerely speaking? Are you checking like, we have served her dinner, is she able to clear the table? Or you are checking whether they're going to wait for your son to do that? If your daughter-in-law to be is brought to your home back in the village, aren't you going to be observing what she can and what she can do? Of course. You are going to be. What are you going to be observing? Whether she's dressed nicely? Whether she's on heels, 7-inch? What are you going to be observing?
No, I will
degrees?
check.
What are you going to be checking?
I will check a few things about her. And what she can be able to do manually will come after, knowing that my son will be comfortable with the kind of woman he has brought home.
What comfort?
By first of all, seeing how she talks to him.
Okay.
How she talks to, is it respectful?
You know, that is not easy to observe, because when she has come to your place, she can cover up a lot. She can mask a lot, because she wants you to approve of her. You know, the reason why she has come to your home before marrying your son is to seek approval, and not just verbal. She actually knows that you are observing. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you will not be able to know. That time, even if your son angers her, she's going to go slow and deal with him later.
I think the body speaks the opposite of what you speak with the mouth.
Okay.
When you're contradicting yourself.
Okay.
Body language doesn't lie. Yeah, that is one thing. Secondly, does she admire him? Does she bring out the real person in her? Or does she struggle to want to make him whatever she thinks is right?
Like what?
many women probably, I don't know how I should put it this.
Just put it as it is. So someone doesn't miss out on it.
Many women venture into relationships with the perfect guy in mind, this kind of a guy. So when they meet, for example, Isaiah, they will go and they want Isaiah to be that guy who picks plates. Isaiah doesn't pick plates, you know. So somehow why are you not picking plates?
Yes.
Isaiah doesn't pick plates, and she doesn't understand why he doesn't pick plates. She will not accept him that the way he is, he does not pick plates. And until Isaiah decides that he wants to pick plates, that is when he will.
Okay.
There will always be something they're conflicting about. That is one other thing.
Okay.
If she puts him as number one, I will let the things that flow. You just let things be. Does she prioritize this guy in whatever she's doing, or what is her priority?
Okay.
That you can observe. If she is able to do those few things, she has accepted him,
Like
she's
it's
admiring him,
she's thinking, where is Isaiah? I need to serve him some food before she thinks about her mother-in-law.
Exactly.
Okay.
That is a good girl for me.
That's a good girl for you.
The picking plates and washing dishes, I can gladly teach. I don't think they're very hard things to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
But now you say she's going to marry your son.
Yes.
And you don't mind whether from the first day they already have a house help. So 2 young women in the house, or one older, whichever age, 2 women in the house and your son. You don't mind that?
No, I don't think I will.
You don't think you
I
mind?
don't think I will.
Faith, what will you be looking out for when your son brings a daughter-in-law to be?
I think the first thing I would want to find out is she disciplined? Because the kind of talk that would bring out, okay, we would get into conversations wanting wanting to find out like where did she go to school, what is her background like.
Yes.
From the way she talks to you, you will know if this is a disciplined person because of also the choice of words.
Okay.
That is paramount, because she has to be a disciplined person, because if she's not, then that definitely means the kind of children that they will bring up will not be disciplined, because it's a monkey see, monkey do.
Okay.
Yeah. Second thing, she has to be tidy. Tidy means after whatever has happened, does she take the initiative to clean up the place? Just that what came up. Will she take the initiative, or because there's a house, or because there's a house help, leave her to do everything? I would appreciate if she would be part of the
one who steps out.
Yeah, to go pick them, take to the kitchen, and see if she can even give a hand in washing them.
Yes, yes.
That one I would appreciate.
I would do the same too.
Exactly. Well, and probably if they are there to stay for a few days, just example, by the time she's leaving, she would have known this is what my mother-in-law expects of me. Because I will not just let it go unnoticed. I'll be like, oh, thank you for helping in that.
Yeah.
She will know that we appreciate that kind of a thing. So probably she will want to be that. She will not want to rub shoulders with me. So she will want to be that person who
keeps her distance.
Not really keeps her distance, but offers to do things, as opposed to wait and be told to do this.
But that will be masking as well. It will not be really coming from her if she just want to show you that she can do it. I want us to talk about that more. Viewer, we are taking a short break. Our SMS line is 21144. We're also on Facebook Live and GBS Kenya at YouTube. Please do text us in. Let's hear your views and your comments on this. See you shortly.
How many of you use your real names on Facebook? Wengine ni Sweetie Pretty.
You must succeed in being an eagle and not a chicken.
I'm seeing myself owning the biggest media house in Africa. Yes, I could employ you, in fact. Yes.
All right, now it is going to another direction. But that's a question.
When you are born and when you grow up, now you do the work. You become a person who likes the country. You understand, right? I mean, not getting a job at Kenya Power, right?
And you know what? Who you are online is exactly who you are offline. And who you are offline is who you are online.
네, 여러 군데 가서 강연을 많이 해보는데
So I've been to many places to give lectures.
우나일레와 사와사와 이러면
Whenever I say 우나일레와 사사,
눈썹으로 인사를 대답을 해요.
they respond with their eyebrow.
People have dominance over themselves. Why? Daddy, no money. Give me money, I'll buy for you. Hey, Daddy, I said I don't have money. Hey, I know, Daddy.
Can the Ethiopian change his skin? Or the leopard its spots?
예수님이 우리의 모든 죄의 값을 다 지불하시기 때문에 예수님 다 이루었다라고 말씀하셨잖아요.
So Jesus paid for all the wages of our sin. That's why he could say it is finished.
Yesu alipa mshahara wa dhambi deni zetu lote, ndiposa akasema kwamba imekwisha.
Everyone, God is like the supercomputer.
Upendo wa Mungu ni kama hii supercomputer.
Welcome back, viewer. It's been good to have you on the show today. We are having a discussion on wife material. You who is watching, a mother looking forward to send off your daughter one day for marriage, or your son to marry, or even you yourself planning to marry. Are you the wife that is accepted? Are you the wife that is worthy of marriage to that other woman's son? Get it from here. Faith, before we went on a break, we were still diagnosing this woman or this wife that has been brought to your home, and you're checking on ABCD if they are really in shape and in order. And I was talking to Monica, and one thing that I heard is, though you get a daughter-in-law who is able to do all the ABCD to Z, but her heart is rotten, she still makes your son very uncomfortable. How do you know that this woman has such kind of a rotten heart?
I think to avoid all that kind of a situation, it boils down to one thing. This person must be God-fearing.
Okay.
And if somebody is God-fearing, they will not have, okay, of course we are human and once in a while we fall into sin, but we will be careful not to have those vices that are so strong out there. You will work hard towards them, yeah? So the fear of God, I think, comes number one.
The vices that you're talking about that will come out there are vices like she's adulterous, you know?
Exactly.
She's a criminal.
Exactly.
She does drugs, you know? But, I mean, some of these things you can know even before you get into this union. I wanted to think about that woman's heart, apart from committing adultery, apart from stealing, apart from killing, apart from, you know, all those are the big vices that you now see magnified.
Yes.
Think about Isaiah. Look at the heart of this woman. What is it from the heart of a woman that you wouldn't like, apart from just her being adulteress?
Okay, unaweza pata huyo demo takuwa amekam kwa nyumba, so anakuja compound ya mamako. So the first thing ataona kwa compound, tuseme apate your siblings wanacheza nje, alafu upate ni wachafu, they're not that clean. Unaona, so facial expression yake ishasema huyu hapana. So akija kwa nyumba apate potiko pale, nini kwa pale, aseme no. You see, you already know what is inside her.
Yes.
Yeah.
You expect her to come and organize it, right? Because probably your mother is getting aged. Yes. She now needs some young energy, you know, to help her in those 1, 2, 3. I like such kind of a heart that he has exposed right here. It's not just committing adultery that is an issue. Because even if she's an adulteress, will you know it?
You won't know.
And even if you think so, do you have evidence?
You don't.
Unless you have photos, which again she will say is Photoshop. You know, so how can you really come out clearly and say, she's adulteress? There's no way. But her heart, the heart that she lives with inside of your house every day is more horrible, that will not even make you take her meal. You know? Yeah, so it's not just about cleaning. The wife material we're looking for today is not just the home keeper, the one who can keep the home clean and everyone is tidy, but the one who respects her husband. Because what is it that a man needs? I think a wife only needs to know, what does my husband need? Husbands are different.
It's true.
They are brought up by different mothers.
It's true.
So if your heart is such that you get into a house and you find messes, a little messes here and there, and you're like, I mean, who did you expect to clean it? Who did you expect to tidy it up? Who did you expect to fix it? You know, you don't even know what's going on, what has been happening. These are little children. They have no idea. They are here coming to run toward you, so excited. Oh, there's a new auntie, and then you can't carry them.
You imagine they're so full of milk and
actually, some people even spray their mothers-in-law when they come to their houses. I've had that.
Is sad.
Mtoi bro amekuja na mtu. So utapata your brother or your sister amekimbia, she wants to hug you. Sasa unamwangalia hivi unaona huyu na venye umevaa hapana. So just push the child up. And your mom over there or through the window ameona. Atajua ni nini kwa ndani yako, so you will not be a good wife.
For me, ladies, I'll be honest with you. If a lady comes to my home to be my daughter-in-law my daughter-in-law to be, and she's a slay queen, 7-inch heels, you know, and her makeup all over the place, I do not mind that at all. I am more concerned because she will not wear makeup to bed. She will not have her heels in bed. Yeah. Will she?
No.
She will not. But now, amazingly, there are some wives who wear these things to bed. There are some wives, you know, who are so much after their physique and their looks. I don't know whether Isaiah is looking for just any wife or he's also interested in the physical appearance. Do you think men also look at that?
Yeah, for me, I don't know the rest. For me, nitaangalia.
She has to be a
verasidika.
Yes.
Hiyo si wife material. Wewe nyame hapana. Alafu umeona Zari kwa damu. Sasa ukipata dem kaa huyo asikwe some class kaa hiyo.
That is okay.
Hata asipojipodoa akuje tu venye alizaliwa,
she's okay.
Yeah.
So important thing, the wife outside there, I think the wife needs to have some dignity inside of her. And who is teaching? You know, before we just blame, I asked you ladies that your daughters, nowadays after they graduate, 1 year later, you send them to the States. After that, they come back and they're telling you their wedding. You have never trained them even to cook rice. And then when they get out to marry, you're here complaining. You know? How are you supposed to prepare these girls before you just say, she's not a good wife? You know? You need to actually check her attitude, because much as she has a good attitude, she has a good heart, you know? She's the one who listens, she's respectful. If she does not know,
she has no skill.
If she has no skill at all, leave alone the office skill. In the office, everybody is appraising her, you know. But back at home, she can hardly make a cup of tea for her husband. She's seeking to be married to a chef.
I think this is where the parents come in, because at the age of 4, the girls should already be taught, like after taking your bath, you're supposed to clean your underwears. You start from there. After meals, you can help cleaning up the tables. And then if you have more than one, you can even give them duties. Today you will wash the dishes, just like teaching them. It's like an hands-on training for them. So by the time they're coming of age, they already know they should clean up after themselves.
Yes.
After taking a shower, you should clean the bathroom. Of course, not the very hard jobs, because also you understand their age, yeah? Of course, you're watching and helping them when they get stuck, and teaching them, this is how to do it, this is how to do it. With time, they will even be calling you, I'm trying to make out something, about guide me, what are the steps, how do I do this, how do I do this? And when they see that you're ready to help them and teach them, they will also, when they see that you're warm to that, they'll also be willing to learn. And as they grow up, of course, the knowledge continues to expand, and you continue teaching them, like, when you grow up, your house should be like this. You teach them how to even keep the house clean, do the other house chores, like fix the meals. And of course, you're preparing for their married life. Yes. So it boils down to us, the parents, to impart those.
The reason for us actually doing this show at Chungu Jamii today is because in the Jamii, a lot of things are distorted. And I brought you in, ladies, that you can be able to fix in only one or two things, so that we are restored. I want you to give us your last words or parting shots, because you're out of time. And tell whether the girl or the mothers or the boys, whoever it is you want to speak to with your 1 minute, and tell them, guys, looking for a wife, this is what you need to check out for. This is the heart. And woman, prepare your girl in this way. Girl, get prepared in this way. You have the pleasure. I will start with you, Monica.
Thank you. I would like to first start with speaking to parents. Parents, it is your responsibility to install values in our girls and our children generally, so that those values can be transformed and can become our character or character of the children that you have. It is hard to train, or even impossible to train a child when they grow up. But if values have been instilled in that person, they will get a teachable spirit. And regardless of where they come from and what they can be able to do, they will be flexible in future to be able to incorporate what the society expects of them, and also have a voice of what they can be able to do. To young ladies, take this opportunity to change what you have today. Evaluate yourself and your values. And if you intend to get married, it is important for you to first of all get to know the steps towards having a happy marriage, and work on yourself as a person. Develop your character. And personal development is not something you do within a day. It is a continuous thing that you have to do. So it is important to develop yourself to become a good person inside and outside.
Okay, thank you, Monica. Faith?
Well, my parting shot is this. To the parents, I think we have delegated most of our upbringing of our children to the social media and television. We are too busy out there looking for money and looking for fame, looking for all those things. But we have left our children to find out for themselves what it is all about. So they end up on the social sites that we don't want them to, like the porn sites and all. So by the time the children are getting to a particular age, there's actually nothing you can unlearn. They can unlearn. Like, the famous Swahili saying, samaki mkunje angali mbichi. When they are this young, this is when you should instill the values. Teach them the word of God. Teach them how to go to, when they're free, instead of being on that laptop and all that, find programs for them, like the school holidays are here right now. We have so many churches which are having programs that will engage the youth and the kids. Make sure they're busy there. They won't have so much time on their hands. And this way, we are helping society to bring up a person who you know, the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. So if we teach these children this way, they will never depart from it. And then now, wakiwa wakubwa, they will be responsible adults. Yes.
Okay, for me, you can't teach an old dog a new trick. So parents, you should start teaching your children still when they're still young. That's all.
Okay. Thank you so much, ladies, for coming to share your opinions and also to give knowledge to the people out there. Isaiah, thank you also for giving us your opinions, especially on the kind of wives that you expect. I hope that the good wives are not only found in the village, and so I hope that you give him some hope. Thank you also, viewer, for watching. It has been nice to have you. I truly hope we can not only find you in the village as a good girl, but you're also available here to be a wife to a man who's waiting to take care of you. So be the wife that is expected of you. Be the wife who believes also in yourself that you are going to be the mother of the society, the mother of your children, and the wife to your husband. Take care of your home. Until next time, I have been your host. My name is Betty Akuku. See you. Yeah, we are done.